Earth, year 2235. The galaxy is filled with powerful alien species, and Earth is just one tiny planet in the vast expanse of space. For centuries, humans have been dismissed as weak and insignificant by the more advanced alien civilizations. The Exinther Empire had conquered countless worlds. They were known for their ruthless nature, superior technology, and overwhelming strength. It was a race of conquerors, never questioned and never defeated. They saw themselves as the true rulers of the galaxy, and their technology was feared across many star systems. When they discovered Earth, the Exinther's commanders scoffed. The planet was home to primitive beings, barely capable of space travel. The humans had no real weapons, no advanced technology, and no history of intergalactic warfare. The Exinthers saw Earth as an easy conquest, just another insignificant world to add to their growing empire. "We'll be done here in no time," said Exinther General Varan, his voice filled with arrogance. His fleet of thousands of ships was already en route to Earth. The Exinther fleet entered Earth's orbit with ease. They deployed their vast armies, preparing to take control of the planet. Their ships were equipped with weapons that could decimate entire cities in a single strike, and their soldiers were genetically engineered for battle. Nothing on Earth could stand in their way. The first wave of invaders landed in major cities across the globe. Exinther forces quickly overwhelmed local military defenses. There was no resistance. People ran, panicked, as they watched alien ships hover above the sky, sending beams of energy to the ground. Buildings collapsed and fires erupted. It looked like nothing could stop the Exinthars. But as the invaders made their way across the planet, something unexpected happened. It started with the weather. Massive storms suddenly began to form around the Exinther ships. Dark clouds gathered above, turning the sky into a wall of ominous blackness. Lightning cracked the air, and powerful winds whipped through the streets, knocking over the alien forces. The temperature dropped in an instant, and the Earth's atmosphere started to fight back. Varan's command ship shook violently. At first, he thought it was just a random storm. But when his ship's systems began to malfunction, he realized something was wrong. The Exinther technology, known for its precision and reliability, began to glitch. "Report," Varan demanded as his bridge trembled. His officer rushed to the control panel. "General, the systems are failing. We can't get the weapons to fire, and the engines are going offline. Something is interfering with our systems. It's like the planet's energy is attacking us." Varan frowned. The Earth's technology was centuries behind theirs. How could this happen? As the Exinthers continued their invasion, they began to notice something even stranger. The natural forces of Earth, its gravity, its magnetic fields, and even its weather patterns were seemingly working against them. No matter how advanced their ships were, they could not control them. The atmosphere seemed to disrupt their technology, and their weapons fizzled out without warning. Even their most advanced shields failed to block the powerful forces of nature. Exinther soldiers who had stormed cities were now struggling to move. Earth's gravity was different than they expected. The air was thicker, harder to breathe, and then came the planet's strange energy field, the one no one had expected. The Exinthers were used to traveling across the galaxy, conquering worlds that offered little resistance. But Earth was different. Beneath its surface, there was an ancient and powerful force that had remained hidden for millennia. This energy was tied to the planet's very existence, and now it was waking up. The more the Exinthers pushed, the more the planet fought back. Their weapons turned useless, their ships malfunctioned, and their soldiers were knocked off balance by Earth's unpredictable forces. Realization hit the Exinther leaders like a wave. They had underestimated Earth. The planet was not weak. It was resilient, filled with forces they had never anticipated. The planet's energy, untapped and ancient, was too powerful for their advanced technology to handle. As their fleet began to retreat, Varan looked out at the chaos below. His once mighty empire was now struggling to leave a planet that had been written off as insignificant. The invaders who had once considered themselves the rulers of the galaxy were now powerless against Earth's strange forces. They had made a grave mistake. "We've underestimated them," Varan muttered, his voice laced with disbelief. "We thought Earth was just a weak, primitive world. We thought we could conquer it in a day. But now, we can't even escape. The Exinther fleet limped away, severely damaged and defeated. Their once proud empire was humbled in a way they had never expected. Earth, a planet they thought would fall easily, had turned the tide. The Exinthars had learned the hard way that you should never underestimate a world that holds secrets older than the stars. The Exinthars left Earth in shame, their mighty fleet now in ruins. And humanity? They had no idea how close they had come to being wiped out by an invader. But the world now knew something the Exinthars had never understood. Earth was not a weak, insignificant planet. It was strong, it was resilient, and it was capable of far more than anyone could have ever imagined. Earth year 2236. The Exinthars, still reeling from their failed invasion of Earth, are regrouping and planning their next move. Meanwhile, humanity has started to uncover the planet's hidden secrets. After the Exinthars' disastrous invasion, their mighty fleet limped back to their homeworld, humiliated and severely damaged. The once proud alien empire had suffered its first major defeat, and the shockwaves from their failed attack echoed through the galaxy. But back on Earth, life was beginning to return to normal, at least, on the surface. What no one knew was that something extraordinary was happening beneath the planet's surface, something that would change humanity's future forever. Earth's scientists, baffled by the malfunctioning alien technology during the invasion, began to focus their research on the strange energy that had caused the disruptions. The more they studied the data, the more they realized that the Earth itself was holding a secret, an ancient, untapped power hidden deep in the planet's core. This power had been dormant for millennia, shielded from all the alien races that had previously encountered Earth. Led by Dr. Mara Lee, a top scientist and physicist, a team of researchers set out to explore the anomalies in Earth's core. What they uncovered was nothing short of astounding. The Earth's core was a massive energy source, a kind of supercharged natural power that humans had never imagined possible. It was a form of energy that, when harnessed correctly, could defy the laws of physics themselves. It could warp gravity, alter time, and manipulate the very fabric of space. At first, it seemed impossible. But the more they studied it, the more they realized that this hidden energy had the potential to change the course of human history. The same energy that had disrupted the Exinthars' advanced technology could now be controlled and harnessed by humanity. Dr. Lee's team worked tirelessly, tapping into the ancient energy buried deep within the Earth. Slowly, humanity began to unlock its secrets. With each breakthrough, they discovered technologies far more advanced than anything they had ever known. The scientists developed devices that could manipulate gravity, creating anti-gravity fields. They built weapons that could bend light, rendering entire fleets invisible. They found ways to manipulate energy fields, rendering their technology practically invincible. For the first time in history, humanity had a weapon that was not only capable of defending the planet, but could also challenge any alien force that dared to attack. As word spread about the newfound power, the world's governments began to coordinate, pooling resources to create advanced defense systems. The military leaders of Earth knew that the Exinthars, after licking their wounds, would eventually return. But this time, Earth would be ready. The tables had turned, and humanity was no longer the defenseless species they once were. By the time the Exinthars gathered their forces for a second invasion, Earth had already turned the tide. Alien ships that approached Earth's orbit began to malfunction once again, just as they had during the first invasion. This time, however, the Exinthars quickly realized that the power of Earth's energy wasn't a fluke. It was real. The advanced technology they had used to invade Earth was useless now. Their weapons no longer worked. The Earth's atmosphere and core energy had become a shield that repelled their ships. The Exinthar fleet, once confident and deadly, was now paralyzed. Their ships floated helplessly in space, their advanced systems unable to overcome the power of the planet beneath them. They were vulnerable. The humans had gained control. Earth's military, now equipped with this newfound energy, launched a series of counterattacks against the Exinthar fleet. With their new weaponry, Earth's forces destroyed one ship after another, effortlessly outmaneuvering the Exinthars. The alien invaders were left helpless, their once impressive empire now crumbling under the might of Earth's new power. Back on their homeworld, the Exanther leaders watched in horror as their forces were dismantled. They had been so sure that humanity was a weak, primitive species, easily conquered. They had underestimated Earth's strength, thinking it was just a defenseless planet with no real power. Now, they were paying the price for that mistake. They had thought they could crush Earth with a single strike, but they had failed miserably. The Exanther High Command sent desperate messages, pleading with their allies across the galaxy to assist in the invasion. But it was too late. The balance of power had shifted. Earth had awakened to power beyond anything the Exanthars could comprehend, and now humanity was on the offensive. As Exanther forces retreated from Earth's orbit, their leaders realized just how badly they had misjudged humanity. They had thought they could conquer Earth with ease, but the planet had turned the tables. The Exanther Empire's pride had been shattered, and they were left to lick their wounds. They had invaded Earth, thinking it would be an easy conquest. Instead, they had set in motion the rise of a new power in the galaxy, one that they could never hope to defeat. Humanity stood victorious, having unlocked the secrets hidden deep within Earth. The energy that had once been dormant was now fully awakened, and the balance of power in the galaxy had shifted. No longer would humans be seen as weak or insignificant. The Exanthers' defeat was only the beginning. With their newfound strength, humanity now had the power to shape the future of the galaxy. The Exanthars, who had once thought Earth was an easy target, were left to regret their decision to invade. They had underestimated humanity, and now they would have to live with the consequences. The age of Earth's hidden power had begun, and the galaxy would never be the same again. Earth year 2237. After their first failed invasion, the Exanthers are back, more desperate and determined than ever. Humanity has unlocked the planet's hidden energy, and the battle for Earth is about to reach its peak. The year 2237 dawned with an uneasy calm on Earth. Despite the initial victory, humanity knew the Exanthers wouldn't give up so easily. The mighty alien empire, bruised but not broken, had retreated after their first disastrous attempt to invade. But deep in their war councils, the Exanther leaders were already planning their revenge. They had underestimated humanity before, and now they were determined to finish what they had started. The Exanthers' second invasion came swiftly and with overwhelming force. This time, they weren't just bringing their most advanced technology, they were bringing everything they had. Thousands of warships filled the sky, and the air crackled with the energy of their weapons. The Exanthers had no intention of underestimating Earth again. They came prepared with more troops, more firepower, and a fleet of ships designed to overpower anything Earth could throw at them. Their plan was simple: invade Earth, take control of its core energy, and use it to fuel their empire's expansion. The Exanthers believed they were invincible with their superior technology, and this time they would make sure that Earth would not stand in their way. But what the Exanthars didn't know was that Earth had changed in ways they could never have imagined. Humanity had unlocked a hidden power beneath the planet's surface, a force so immense that it could shift the balance of power in the galaxy. And Earth was ready to fight. Since the discovery of the planet's core energy, humanity had been working tirelessly to harness its potential. The initial research had led to breakthroughs in technology that allowed humans to manipulate gravity, disrupt energy fields, and even bend light. They developed weapons that could match, and in many cases surpass, the Exanthers' advanced tech. Earth's military, now backed by the power of the planet itself, had been transformed. New defense systems were put in place, each one more powerful than the last. They had created gravity control devices that could send Exanther ships crashing down from the sky. They had designed energy shields that absorbed alien weapons' fire. And they had built energy disruptors that rendered Exanther ships helpless mid-flight. The tables had turned, and humanity had the upper hand. The Exanther fleet descended upon Earth once again. They were met with a resistance unlike anything they had ever seen. The first wave of ships was quickly intercepted by Earth's defense systems. Gravity fields pulled the ships out of orbit, sending them plummeting to the ground in fiery wrecks. The Exanthers tried to retaliate, but their weapons malfunctioned as soon as they entered Earth's atmosphere. Energy disruptors jammed their systems, rendering them completely useless. The Exinther warships, once symbols of power, were now vulnerable prey. Humanity's technology had leveled the playing field. The skies above Earth erupted into chaos as the battle raged on. Alien ships tried to fight back, but every attack was met with a new countermeasure. Missiles fired from Exinther ships were intercepted by energy shields, and laser blasts were absorbed and redirected by advanced human tech. Human forces, equipped with the new energy-based weapons, launched their own offensive. Military jets, powered by gravity manipulation, zipped through the skies, dodging Exinther fire with ease. On the ground, soldiers wielded weapons that harnessed the planet's energy, taking down alien infantry with pinpoint accuracy. The Exinthers, overwhelmed and outmatched, struggled to maintain control. With each passing hour, the tide of the battle shifted further in humanity's favor. Exinther ships continued to fall from the sky, their once formidable weapons now useless against the raw power of Earth's energy. The alien forces, once so sure of their superiority, were beginning to realize just how badly they had miscalculated. The Exinther leadership watched in disbelief as their fleet was decimated. They had underestimated humanity and the planet itself. The idea that Earth, a seemingly weak and insignificant world, could possess such power was inconceivable to them. Their pride had been their downfall. In their arrogance, they had failed to see the true potential of the planet they sought to conquer. The Exinther High Command sent urgent messages to their homeworld, calling for reinforcements. But the damage was already done. Humanity had already unlocked the secret of the Earth's power, and the Exinthers were paying the price for their greed. Their once unshakable belief in their superiority had crumbled in the face of Earth's resilience. As the Exinther forces began to retreat, humanity pressed forward. They had tasted victory and knew that they could not let the Exinthers regroup. With Earth's new weaponry, they launched a final assault on the remaining Exinther forces, chasing them out of Earth's atmosphere and sending them fleeing into deep space. The battle for Earth was over, but the consequences of the Exinther invasion would echo across the galaxy. Humanity had fought back against an overwhelming force and had emerged victorious. But the real victory wasn't just in repelling the invaders, it was in the discovery of Earth's true power, a power that would ensure humanity's place in the galaxy for generations to come. As the Exinther fleet retreated into the distance, the people of Earth stood united, celebrating their hard-earned victory. The planet's hidden energy had transformed them from a weak species to a force that could not be ignored. The Exinthers' regret was deep and profound. They had come to Earth to conquer, but they had underestimated the very world they sought to destroy. Humanity's victory had not only shattered the Exinthers' pride, but had also shown the galaxy that Earth was no longer a defenseless planet. The power they had unlocked would shape the future of the universe, and humanity was ready to rise. The battle for Earth was just the beginning. Earth year 2240. The Exinther Empire has been defeated, but humanity now faces a new challenge: what to do with the immense power they've uncovered. The dust had barely settled after the battle for Earth. The skies, once filled with the dark silhouettes of alien warships, were now clear, the sun shining down on a world that had just achieved the unimaginable. Humanity had fought against the mighty Exinther Empire, and against all odds, they had won. The Exinther fleet was in ruins, scattered across Earth's atmosphere and beyond. But now, with victory secured, a new question arose. What would humanity do with the vast, untapped power they had discovered beneath the Earth's surface? After the defeat of the Exinthers, Earth's cities were filled with celebrations. People cheered in the streets, their hopes and dreams for the future brighter than ever. But amidst the joy, the leaders of Earth felt a heavy burden. They had unlocked the true potential of Earth's hidden energy, a power that could reshape the very fabric of the galaxy. This energy had been the key to their victory, the reason they had been able to match and even surpass the might of the Exinther Empire. But now, the question was, what would they do with it? Some argued that the power should be used to dominate the galaxy. With the ability to bend the laws of physics, to manipulate gravity and energy, Earth could become the most powerful force in the universe. The temptation to rule was strong. After all, the Exynthers had once thought of Earth as a weak and insignificant planet. Now, humanity had the chance to flip the script and claim their rightful place at the top of a galactic hierarchy. But others saw a different path. They believed that this power should not be used for conquest. Instead, it should be used to help other civilizations, to lift up the weaker planets and species, and to promote peace. The galaxy, they argued, had enough conflict. Humanity now had the chance to be a beacon of hope, a force that could unite planets, not divide them. The power that had saved Earth from destruction could now be used to protect the galaxy from future wars and suffering. The decision was not an easy one. Humanity had never faced such a dilemma before. Leaders, scientists, military officials, and civilians all had different opinions on what to do next. Some believed that they should use the power to bring peace to the galaxy by force, using their new technology to prevent any species from waging war ever again. Others warned that such power would corrupt them, just as it had corrupted the Exynthars. They argued that the galaxy needed equality and freedom, not domination. The debate raged on for weeks. Earth's Council, a group of the planet's most influential leaders, was divided. Some were convinced that they needed to use the power to ensure Earth's safety and dominance. They argued that if they did not act quickly, other powerful alien species might try to take advantage of Earth's vulnerability and the galaxy's instability. But there were others, more hopeful voices, who saw this newfound strength as an opportunity for something greater, a future where no species was oppressed, and no planet was left to suffer under the rule of tyrants. As the debate reached its peak, a decision had to be made. The weight of the moment hung heavily over Earth. They had the power to conquer, to reshape the galaxy to their will. But at what cost? Would they become like the Exynthers, ruling with fear and strength, or would they be something better? After much discussion, the Council reached a decision. They would not use the power to dominate the galaxy. Instead, they would share it. They would open their knowledge and technology to other species, allowing them to grow and advance without resorting to war or conflict. Earth would lead by example, not by force. They would form an alliance, a coalition of peace where every civilization could have a voice and a chance to prosper. Humanity had learned the harsh lesson that power alone did not bring happiness, it brought destruction, greed, and fear. They would not let the Exynther Empire's mistake become their own. With the decision made, humanity began to reach out to other alien species, offering them the knowledge and technology they had discovered. Some were hesitant at first, unsure of Earth's true intentions, but as they saw the power of the planet's energy being used for peace and advancement, they began to trust humanity. The galaxy began to change. The Exynthers, once the most powerful empire in the galaxy, were now a defeated and broken species. Their regret was profound. They had once looked down on Earth as weak and insignificant, and in their arrogance, they had sought to conquer it. Now, they were the ones who had been defeated. Their empire had crumbled, and their pride had been shattered. The Exynthars could only watch as humanity, a species they had once believed would be crushed beneath their boot, rose to become the leaders of a new age. As the years passed, Earth's influence grew. What had once been a small, insignificant planet was now the cornerstone of a galactic alliance built on peace, cooperation, and mutual respect. The Exynthers, now living in exile, could do nothing but watch as humanity's vision for a better future came to light. Earth had become a symbol of hope and strength for the entire galaxy. Humanity had not only saved their own planet from destruction, they had earned the respect of other races. No longer seen as weak, Earth had become a beacon of progress and unity in the galaxy. And as the Exynthers reflected on their past mistakes, they could only regret their actions more deeply than ever before. The galaxy was no longer divided by war and fear. Earth had proven that with the right use of power, peace and progress were possible. The temptation to dominate had been rejected, and in its place, humanity had chosen to lead with compassion and wisdom. The dawn of a new era had arrived, one where Earth was no longer just a planet among many, but a shining example of what could happen when a species used its strength not to rule, but to protect and unite. And so, as the stars above Earth shone brighter than ever, humanity knew that their journey had only just begun.